All right, you have got to check this out. So this is how Zohran Mamdani just pulled up to his press conference today.
Right here. Okay, parking. Oh, good parking too. All right.
And I just have to say, if that's not entering with style, I don't know what is. Like, come on, just look at this. The reason for the whimsical entrance is that Zohran has yet again delivered another major win for New Yorkers, giving more amazing policy to the city in the form of pit crews, but I'll let Zohran explain the policy more for himself.
Today, I am proud to announce that City Hall is launching 5 of our very own game-changing pit crews, public interest technology crews, under the Office of Technology and Innovation. Driven by the same spirit of innovation and efficiency as the Rainbow Warriors, these pit crews will raise the bar for what New Yorkers can expect from City Hall. Each team will be comprised of product managers, designers, engineers, user researchers, and data experts. They will work closely with city agencies to launch digital solutions to government processes that have long been defined by piles of paperwork. And they will do so with a speed rarely seen in government.
So Zohran here is actually doing what Doge failed to do, particularly in the online sphere, right? Making government more efficient and reliable while also upgrading systems to catch up with modern day technology, using experts in the field to actually make it better, not random failing trillionaire fail-sons who have never accomplished anything in their lives without billions of dollars of taxpayer money funding them. I'm looking at you, Elon. But moving back to Mamdani, I swear this tweet becomes more and more real by the day. This user writing, where's that tweet about how every video of Mamdani looking like a clip from a Disney movie called Kid Mayor, where a 13-year-old just has fun and makes the city better because he doesn't know that politics is supposed to be awful. Yeah, he's so right. Fighting for the rights of people is controversial, and yet Zohran Mamdani does it so well. You'd think this was a mid-2000s Disney movie called Kid Mayor. It's great. Mamdani also released a statement about the pit crews online, which reads, every confusing city website and dead-end government portal makes New Yorkers trust their leaders less and less. It's time for the city government to enter the 21st century. We're investing in 5 New York City Office of Tech pit crews dedicated to modernizing New York City's web tools and creating new, easy-to-use online resources. And then he basically does a call to action. If you're a software engineer, designer, or technologist who wants to help make the city government work better and faster, apply to join our pit crews here, and then he gives the link. This guy is a machine at making the lives of New Yorkers better, right? And just going to the public and just asking like, hey, if you're good at this, apply. We need people to make the lives of others better. And if you want to do that, join our fight, right? Like seriously, as I said last time, and I will say it again, it is just so damn refreshing to have a politician who actually gives a shit about people and is committed to making the lives of everyday people better, even on a scale like visiting a website. Just making that more clear and easily accessible is a huge win. And this new pit crew policy ties in with the other win that Zohran got, the click to cancel rule that he passed, that he is going to implement, that he announced last week. Take a look.
Last Friday, I announced that New York City will be enacting the nation's first ever click to cancel rule, a major step in protecting New Yorkers from costly subscription traps and hidden fees. Today, I'm proud to say that our first pit crew will be dedicated to making this rule a material reality for New Yorkers. They will work with DCWP to build an online portal where New Yorkers can file complaints against companies that trap their customers in subscriptions that are near impossible to cancel. The platform will not only provide recourse for New Yorkers who are being exploited, it will also provide a database that City Hall will use to hold violators accountable.
Mamdani here just proved that he is the best to ever do it, right? Announcing a policy, and then just a few days later announcing that he is a team of people working as fast as possible with the best minds at getting it done in a modern way, right? It's just beautiful work. And if you needed any more proof that Mamdani's the best, I mean, I'm surprised that you're still here, but just to prove it, I turn your attention to sidewalk sheds. Now, if you've been to New York or live in New York or any big city, you're probably familiar with these things, right? They're called sidewalk sheds. They are everywhere, and they're designed to protect people from falling debris from construction. But they are also butt ugly. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, right? But because Zohran likes people, why not just make it a little more pretty? So he has announced that he is doing a makeover for all of these sidewalk sheds in New York, going from these gray industrial messes to clean, colorful displays across the city, because why the hell not? Right? This small change will have a large impact on public spaces and beautification in the city, because yeah, just do it, right? And he is using resources to make people's lives a little bit more pretty and a little bit better. And just in case that was not good enough or that wasn't enough for you, Zohran today has also just released a perfect statement on the whole Warner Bros. Paramount merger lawsuit that's being filed by a bunch of Democratic-led states. He says, quote, "Proud that New York is one of the 12 states suing to stop Paramount's acquisition of Warner Bros. This is not a merger that serves the public. It would hand one company nearly a third of the movies and cable channels Americans watch, raise prices for streaming and cable, endanger the livelihoods of thousands of New York artists and entertainment workers, and threaten to shutter theaters across our city. New York workers helped build this industry. They should not be sacrificed for the sake of further corporate consolidation." Yeah, I 100% agree, right? I can't even say it better. So if you're counting along with me here at home, that is 3 major Zohran W's in less than 24 hours. Each one of these moments would be, an accomplishment for about another politician, but for Zohran, it's just Monday. Right? Zohran has such a positive and amazing energy. It's just completely unmatched by any other politician. And I think that energy is perfectly encapsulated in this speech that he gave to immigrants and refugees before a soccer match at Gracie Mansion. Take a look.
We want to spotlight that and celebrate that because we know that for far too many refugees across the world, it is hard for them to find their footing in a new home. And we want New York City to be a place that's different, a place where people feel appreciated, welcomed, and a part of this. And I tell you that myself, as someone whose family was at one point refugees, and someone who is now so proud to be the mayor of the city, as we have 8.5 million people who call this home, and more than 3 million were born outside of this country. So,
yeah. And humanizing refugees should be like the base bar for any American politician, particularly a liberal or leftist one, but most can't even do that. But yet here is Zohran celebrating and empathizing with refugees after a soccer game, right? It's so good. Just for comparison, this is how the federal government is giving speeches these days.
Mr. President, thank you for your leadership. You don't do anything that's small. Everything you do is big, it's huge, it's the best, it's the greatest. Whether it's the UFC fight or an IndyCar race in the Capitol, we appreciate your leadership.
So if we're taking notes, one leader is celebrating his community and fighting for their rights, while the other is getting sucked up to about how awesome his UFC and NASCAR race was. It's so embarrassing. And what makes this extra funny and extra embarrassing for the Trump administration is that this dorky-ass speech was done at a pit crew showcase in front of the White House. So while the president gawks at a pit crew doing unarguably impressive stuff, like, damn, that was fast. However, over in New York, a different pit crew is coming to life to help millions of Americans make their lives just a little bit easier. And that's what I love about Zohran, right? And I think that's what a lot of people love about Zohran and democratic socialism at large, is that the whole goal is to make the lives of Americans and those around us a lot easier. Right? In small changes, click to cancel rules, faster buses, beautification projects, right? Not consolidating corporations and giving money and tax breaks to billionaires, but just making the lives of ordinary people better, right? And these are not big world-changing issues, right? Like crazy, federal governments intervening with each other. These are like small-scale things that will just make everyday people's lives better. Right? And it may not be life-changing for the world, but it might be life-changing for a family or a community, right? And that's what it's really all about, right? And yes, there are large-scale things that should and must be done, like Medicare for all, like a green energy plan, right? Those things are massive scale that will help a lot of people. But right now, Zohran is focusing on his city, right? And making the lives of his city better and being an example for the rest of the country to look at that and say, hey, wait a minute. They're doing that over in New York City. Why can't we do that in Los Angeles, in Denver, in Boise, Idaho, in any small town, right? They have this potential. They can see and look at what Zohran is doing and say, well, you're working for corporations and special interests and not working for us. Let's get someone in that'll actually work for us. And I think that is what Zohran Mamdani is all about. And I think that deserves so much respect. But I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you agree that Zohran is one of the best to ever do it, be sure you follow us by subscribing to the channel. It's a great way to show your support. And also be sure to like this video and also leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts about this and more. So do all that and have a great day. I'm Iago Lashua. Have a good day. Goodbye.